Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Welcome to Special Report for Tuesday, July the 7th, morning edition. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank KC Securities for being our sponsor as well. I'm joined here with my co-host, Alex Parr.
Good morning, everyone.
And we've got all kinds of stuff ready for you today.
Holy, look at this bomb that has went off.
I know, we have
a
bomb of news going off here. We've got Shoemaker walking back some comments that was sort of taken out of, well, got blown up into more of a story.
The city really enjoyed running with that, that's for sure.
Yeah, they really enjoyed that. So he had to step back those comments with a statement. So we'll talk about that. We've got a bunch of cases blowing up on the other side of the border. No surprise. I mean, if you saw the Mackinac Bridge last week, it was just a stream of traffic. A traveler came back from Florida also and then tested positive over in Chippewa County. So things are not looking as good for northern Michigan as they were a few weeks ago when they had a very low case count. And the local officials over there are really worried because of all the people who came out for July the 4th.
Yeah, two weeks after July 4th, you're going to I just don't even want to think about what Florida's going to look like. Oh, it's going to be so bad.
And Michigan is not going to probably be looking too good. You've got people were still going to beaches all over the place, even though beaches were closed. People are just not following what the government was asking them to do, and apparently it wasn't even enforced. In Fort Lauderdale, they didn't even issue one ticket, and there was like thousands of people on the beach.
Number one, America's number one, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, they like to be number one on everything, and they were definitely number one on coronavirus right now.
I thought you were going to say ignorance, but yeah, that works too.
No, yeah, both. That probably is why they're number one. Yeah, that's probably part of the plan there.
It is so nice being on the outside looking in.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy I'm not sitting in Florida right now.
I believe the cases for Ontario as a whole province yesterday was 156.
Yes.
And the entire cases for the entire U.S. was 50,000 plus?
Yeah.
Okay, just saying that out loud in case anybody from the States is listening.
Yeah, basically 32 states yesterday had higher case counts than the day before. That's not a good trend.
Do we need to have a talk?
Yeah, and the day before that, 41 states had more cases than the day before. So this is like compounding on top of compounding. Yeah, and that's why you see like in Florida, like at June 3rd, they had like 1,300 cases. 28 days later, they had over 10,000 cases. And that's because this is like compound interest. You get a few people, and then it starts moving around, and then the next thing you know, you're just spiking off the charts.
Now, this is bigger than just the States, too. Like, yes, the States is really bad, but this is a global pandemic. Is there any repercussions that the states are going to have to face on a global scale? Like, what kind of repercussions? Because this is we're trying to eradicate it from the world, and if the states is going to take the lead on this and doing the opposite, is there anything that they're going to have to do repercussion-wise?
And on top of that, Brazil, where my girlfriend's from, Bolsonaro has
just
literally ignored it. And guess who has a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing right now and was just tested for coronavirus? The guy that said it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, President Bolsonaro has been tested for coronavirus. Tests have not come back yet that we know of if he is positive or negative. However, people around him have had the coronavirus, including his chief of staff. So he's been surrounded by it. He's basically refused to wear a mask at any point in time and keeps trying to reopen the economy. The one thing about Brazil, though, is the governors have more power than the president, like regionally. So it's like our.
It'd be like if Doug Ford could outrule Justin Trudeau.
It would be in Canada. It would be like Doug Ford making all of the rules and Trudeau not really being able to do much. In the cases of opening and closing economies and health issues, that's
so they're more just a figurehead in Brazil then.
Yeah, I mean they control basically border security. They do have some impact, obviously, on the economy, but with regards to it's a lot of it is locally regulated.
I have a funny feeling we will never know if he got COVID or not.
Yeah, I don't think if he does have it, he's going to come out and say it. Yeah, I don't, because then he's going to look like a complete idiot. So. We're going to show you a picture of Michigan actually right now. Okay. So, this is 6 days ago.
It's coming.
And the lighter colors are good, the darker colors are bad. As you can see, up in the top part, most areas are at the very, very low end to almost no cases. This is about to change. It's starting to change now with what we're seeing with the 12 cases confirmed just yesterday in Chippewa County. Plus they have another probable case. Probable case means someone who has the symptoms of COVID-19. However, they're waiting for the test result to come back.
I believe it also means that they were in contact with someone that they know
yes. Direct
definitely
exposure
does.
with a confirmed positive individual.
Yes.
So there's that, and that is just the beginning. We also know about that gym we talked about, just to cross over on the Sioux, Michigan side. Basically, anyone who was at that gym in the previous 2 weeks needs to be tested for COVID-19. But the good news is some places are actually reclosing their gyms. So Florida's reclosed their gyms, Texas has, because I'm not sure exactly going and sweating because this is how COVID-19 gets spread, folks. It's the moisture that comes out of your mouth. The faster you breathe, the more that you raise your heart rate and your body has to deal with that, the more moisture that actually comes out of your mouth. The gym is the last place you want to be right now. Like, first off, people are breathing moistly, as Trudeau would say. But on top of that, everybody's touching the same stuff. One person touches barbells, then the next person does.
Wipe some sweat off with your hand, grab the barbell, maybe cough a little bit. I don't know, whatever you do at the gym, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and then now also, speaking of Florida and Michigan simultaneously, another case in Chippewa County from someone that flew in from St. Petersburg down in Florida, also tested positive for the virus as well. And that was the day before. So, yeah. Michigan is starting to actually, in the Upper Peninsula, they're getting cases. Who knows what's going to happen with this gym? I mean, just the Kingston one with the nail salon. I mean, one person in that nail salon on one day, and there's over 50 cases from it now. What's going to happen with that gym on the Michigan side when those people start to test positive for the virus? Coming up at 1 o'clock, we will have the Solicitor General, Sylvia Jones, with Doug Ford and Christine Elliott today for the press conference. I'm not sure what they're actually going to be announcing there.
Yeah, I didn't even have a guess when I saw the announcement today either. Maybe a question period? Just a question period? Can they do that even?
Oh yeah, they can do just what they call media availability, where they don't even do an announcement, they just take questions. So
okay. Well.
But yeah, we talked about Shoemaker rolling back his comments. We'll talk about that a bit later. But yesterday the press conference was about basically infrastructure.
Yeah.
Specifically making it easier to build highways and transit infrastructure projects, facilities, affordable housing. But one of the things that came out of that is basically the gist of it was they're getting rid of what's called the hearing of necessity process.
Right.
This can delay projects months, if not years, from happening. And if you ever have a problem with not being able to sleep, just Google one of these hearing of necessity processes, because they are boring as anything.
Is that what you were doing last night?
Oh yeah, it gets me to sleep every night.
Don't count sheep.
Yeah. So anyways, that part of the process is gone. That speeds up a bunch of projects. They also announced a bunch of roads that would be getting fixed with potholes. Ironically, they were all like around Toronto.
An announcement about the Ontario government that only involves Toronto.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that one before. As if there's no potholes up here. Okay, speaking of up here, what's going on with the weather there, Dan?
Hey, good morning, Chris and Alex. Yes, remember Toronto is the center of the universe for Ontario. So yes, behind me you're looking at a live view of downtown Sault Ste. Marie City Hall, back in the picture there. And right now, not too bad. There's a few clouds, but you're going to see those clear up. There's going to be a bit going on during the day, but and we're currently sitting at 21, but after we come back from this break, I'm going to have more of your 3-day forecast and weather details. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
message from the Government of Canada.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
And welcome back to Special Report. We're having some fun here in the studio on the break, so that was nice. They all got worried because I said I went and worked out in the gym. My shirt was feeling a little tight. As you can tell, I spent a lot of time in the gym growing up. Alrighty, so let's do some shout-outs as everybody else is falling over laughing here in the studio. Alrighty, good morning to Cindy. Hey, Daniel. Hello. Who else have we got here?
Say hi to me.
Yeah. Hey, Alex.
Oh, really? Hi.
Oh, hi to Allie as well. Hi to my mom. Yep. Hi to my girlfriend. Thank you all for watching. Alrighty, so now we're going to get to the 3-day forecast with Daniel. What's happening today and the next 2 days there, buddy?
Oh, good morning again. Yes. You know, Chris, we have to model after you, right? Remember Alex said this last week, so we've got to get into our
Gotta get back to the gym.
Oh, man, like we got lots to catch up on. Oh, man. Okay, so currently, I'll try to keep it together. Currently, this is a live view, a satellite view of what's going on right now over top of us here in Sault Ste. Marie and, of course, across Canada. As you see over our area in Sault Ste. Marie, Northern Ontario, we are still under this high pressure system that's been, kind of lingering around, stalling itself over us, which is going to be like that. Like I mentioned yesterday, probably until around the end of the month here and there. However, there are some troughs of rain and pockets of showers and thunderstorms and stuff, as you might have experienced yesterday after the show. And in the afternoon, we had some thunderstorms. Overnight, there was random walls of rain, depending on where you were. There was isolated pockets, so there is some shower activity around. So that's what's going on. There's low pressure in the west. The jet stream is kind of maintaining itself though, so that won't be changing a whole lot in our area for what's going on. But I'll get into the current regional temperatures now for Northern Ontario. So currently in Thunder Bay, we're sitting at 14 degrees. Wawa, we're at 16. Here in Sault Ste. Marie, we're 21 degrees. Timmins, we're at 20 Celsius. Elliott Lake and Sudbury are both at 24. Now, just to mention for Elliott Lake and Sudbury, you guys are still under a heat warning. So make sure that, that heat that we had over the last few days has kind of moved that way. So you make sure that you stay hydrated, have your sunscreen, and do all that stuff that you have to do, because we are under a heat warning and there's high humidity there. So keep that in mind when you're out. So I'm going to get into today's weather now. So currently we're sitting here at 21 degrees in Sault Ste. Marie. Few clouds that are out there. They're going to clear in the morning, and then there's going to be a mix of sun and cloud today. But we do have a 30% chance of showers with a potential risk of a thunderstorm as well. And if you're near Lake Superior, there's going to be some fog patches. So keep that in mind. And it's always a few degrees cooler near the water if you are near the water. So we're going to get a high of 26 today, with a humidex of 32 and a high UV index of 10 or very high actually. So again, today's a good day to bring the umbrella, like I mentioned yesterday, for the sun, but just in case it rains too, then you're protected. You got it for both things. So have that, have your sunscreen, your hats, stay hydrated, because we are still very, very warm and not quite out of that heat yet, even though it's not an official heat warning. And then tonight we are going to get down to a low of 15, and there is some fog patches and a chance of showers overnight as well, but nothing too major. So we'll get into your 3-day forecast. So going into Wednesday, the sun is back. Very, very hot, 32 degrees, humidity in there, and a low of 19, and it's going to be clear again, so not much going on for showers on Wednesday. Now, Thursday is where it gets interesting again. High of 33 and a humidex of 41 potentially. So that is going to be, I hope my air conditioner comes in before Thursday. Might be, I might get lucky. So we are going to get down to only 20 on Thursday, and there is that chance of showers. Again, with these troughs that are sitting over top of us, we may see some pockets of showers like we did over the last day. Friday, we are going to be seeing a high of 26, and there is that risk of thunderstorms. And we are going to get down to a low of about 16. So very hot weather is still kicking around, but you know, we are going to see some showers in there, and I'm telling you that rain is probably a good thing. It washes some stuff away. So get ready though, we are going to see a lot of heat, and I'm going to come back later on with your full extended 7-day forecast. So I'm going to send it back over to the desk.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
41?
Looks like, yeah.
It's going to feel like 41.
41.
41, yeah.
Yeah, 41. And I know when I said that earlier in the newsroom, Alex was like, what?
Dan, kindly, I'll say no thank you. Change
Yeah.
that, please.
And we also want to borrow your air conditioner.
Okay, you
Yeah.
guys, you're welcome to come over.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that. We have to take a commercial break, and we will be right back in 2 minutes.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
And welcome back to Special Report for Tuesday, July the 7th morning edition. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to KC Securities for sponsoring both the morning and afternoon edition of Special Report. Alex and I are also back at 1 p.m. with the Doug Ford press conference, which is also the Special Report for 1 p.m. as well. Okay, so Shoemaker at the council meeting last week talked about the relationship between Sault, Michigan and Sault, Ontario. And in that, he talked about a possible regional reopenings of different parts of the border. Now, the City Council has absolutely no ability to open or close the border. It's not in their job description. But they will be debating it at the council meeting coming up next Monday. However, Shoemaker has now come out and clarified what he was saying there. He was not saying, he didn't say we should reopen the border. What he talked about was that there's a special relationship, and that his comments at City Council a week ago were to encourage a regional approach to the border reopening, only when it is safe to do so. And if I was unclear in the regard, I take full responsibility for that lack of clarity. Yeah. Now, this story got picked up not just locally, but it also got picked up by CTV and other news networks. So the story went beyond Sault Ste. Marie very quickly because of
the internet's
obviously.
reaction, just being screaming, running around like chickens with their head cut off, going, "How could he? How could he?"
Yep.
That's why it blew up.
There was a bit of a backlash online about that.
A bit?
A bit. So anyways, Shoemaker has walked back those comments a little bit. I did attend virtually attend the city council meeting.
That was close.
Yeah, I wasn't there in
slip
person.
maybe there.
Yeah, and I saw the council meeting. I saw the whole conversation.
How did you take it when you heard it?
I think it was kind of blown up out of proportion to what he was actually saying.
So you're siding with this new statement then?
Well, I think he's just clarifying. He did talk about the special relationship and things like that, but it was. I don't think it's the story that it has really become.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyway, speaking of local stuff.
Local, yeah, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, so just a reminder that the busing system will be transitioning to stage 2 come Monday. The normal 1 hour, first bus at 6:15, last bus at 11:15, still only for essential travel. You'll see some riders jump up from 10 to 12-ish per bus to more like 15 to 16. There's a ton of different changes here. I mean, I could read you a novel, or I could refer you to SiouxOnline.com for the full article.
Yeah. You gotta start paying again too and stuff like that. So,
yeah, you gotta start paying again. But it's basically going to be how it was before. You can enter on the front, exit in the back. They're encouraging you to wear masks. You don't have to. Obviously, some people can't. But if you need to get to and from work, to the grocery store, your thing, essential only. The busing system will be back to a little bit more of a normality come Monday.
Yeah. Well, at least people will be able to travel around a bit easier too.
Right, and for anybody that has an agriculture business that you're trying to start, the Sioux Innovation Center is trying to give you a little bit of help. They've made a new fund for the COVID-19 recovery project. It's called SNAP. Not a bad little name here. The new sustainable new agri-food products and productivity for equipment, cooler freezers, a bunch of different things. Myself, I'm not very educated on the agriculture community, but if you have a business in it, you can check out either the article on Sioux Online. You can go to the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center website. You've got a bunch of different ways you can access this because this could help a lot of people really, really soon.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, there was that other announcement for OC Bath and Body Works the other day too, expanding
that's
as well.
Great. I mean, right now a lot of companies are going to find themselves drowning trying to keep up, but not so much. And now my favorite news of the day, the NHL, get the confetti, get the champagne, the NHL season's back August 1st. The players have agreed tentatively to a new CBA to bring us through to 2026. They still have to vote on it, but if both sides have agreed to the terms, more than likely that it's going to go through and we'll be seeing playoff hockey August 1st.
Wow, we're going to actually see some sports again. That's awesome. Alrighty, we got to take a break and we'll be right back after this.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
welcome back to Special Report Morning Edition for Tuesday, July the 7th. Thank you very much for joining us. And we're going to go back over to Dan for weather, and we actually have our first Weather Watcher photo sent in. So let's see that.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yeah, we do. Behind me, we have a photo from Derek Pierce, and he sent this in here. It's in Sault Ste. Marie. That's our waterfront there. It's a very iconic shot with the freighter going through. So very, very nice. Thank you for sending that in, Derek. If you want to send in your photo and have it on here, send me your name, location, and the photo to ontvweather@gmail.com, and I'll get them on the weather segment, Weather Watcher segment. So I'm going to get right into the 7-day forecast here. So Wednesday, we're going to be a high of 32 and sunny with a low of 19. Thursday, you're looking at a high of 33, again that humidex of 41 that Alex loves so much, and a low of 20 with a chance of some showers. Friday, a high of 26 with a low of 16, and again a chance of thunder showers on Friday as well. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you're looking at highs between 25 and 28 degrees and lots of sun, and lows between 15 and 17 on those days. So again, it's going to be another stretch of very sunny weather, and we're going to be having another good week. And again, thank you to wirelesscom.ca for sponsoring our live views that we have there with the camera downtown, and I'm going to send it back over to the desk.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Greatly appreciate that.
What a nice photo.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending that in.
Yes, and you can keep sending those photos in. We actually already have another photo for tomorrow already. So yeah, people are sending them in. That's fantastic.
I know what I'll be watching tomorrow.
Yes, Daniel's weather. Okay, we were talking about the U.S. before. Just going to end on this as well. The experts in the U.S., health experts, are very concerned that the virus...
I'm glad they're finally concerned.
Yes, that the virus actually could be out of control in America. In the past couple weeks, there's been 32 states have shown significant increases with no signs of slowing. To put that in perspective, there's 48 continental states, and 23 states have had to go the reverse direction of reopening, and some parts, Florida and Texas, have had to completely shut down completely. And now there are over 3 million cases. Their death count now is approaching like 140,000.
Enjoy your $1,200 stim check in the government that loves you so much.
Yeah, and just to kind of show you the growth, it took Florida 3 months to hit 100,000 cases. It took them 2 weeks to hit 200,000 cases. So yeah.
Florida.
So that's what you call rapid growth.
Give your head a shake, Florida. What are you doing?
Yeah, and that's what happens when you reopen too fast. Alrighty, we'll be back at 1 p.m. for Special Report. Watch the news all day for Alex, and I'll be back at 7 p.m. for my show. Have a good morning.